Hey everyone, you're on Bonsai Echo, and you have Jared and Jason here. Jason brought over this super cool white oak, I believe, from Oregon, which is actually all over Oregon and some into Washington, and they have a little bit longer range. But this is a really neat tree because it actually already has some of this cork bark that oaks are known for, which can take decades to create. So this main trunk here has it all the way up to this point where it starts to branch out, and the other ones aren't there yet. So we're going to make some decisions on what to keep, what to turn into dead wood and hollows, and then figure out what kind of styling this big old tree is going to have. Jason brought some of his carving stuff, so we're going to let the wood chips fly, and we'll get it going. So Jason's done a bunch of the carving already. Where did it go? There's some of it up at the tops of these. And it's rough carving for now because it doesn't really matter if you go super detailed right away on a tree that has new carving. Most of the really good stuff happens in the summertime. Watering and sun exposure gives some nice cracks and stuff and does really interesting things. So far, what's happened is one of these thick branches right next to his hand at the base there has been carved back to make a hollow, and that opens up that nice chunky bark part of the tree. So now in oak tree style, the branches are getting bent out fairly horizontal or just below horizontal as oak trees do. This is a white oak. And then at the tips of the branches, they actually droop even lower. It's kind of funky, especially when you're used to looking at bonsai with their branches that have like a super flat bottom, and they don't have, a weeping look unless it's a weeping tree. So this is almost like a quasi weeping style. Neat stuff.
Yeah, that's about it, I think, Echo.
Yep. All right, so it's a kind of a rough style so far because some of the branches couldn't be moved. This one actually had a little break when it was bent down. Can't see it, but it was right there. Luckily, the sound was loud enough to hear it. These branches actually, most of them came out to a point where they had a large number of branches from, like this, right here. So that'll need to be worked on over a period of time, and select, which are the best ones. So that'll probably be, throughout the growing season as it has the flushes of growth, figure out which ones to be kept. It's a little bit hard right now to tell what's alive and what's not on this because the leaves are not out. So once the leaves are out, it'll be a whole different look. Yeah, so kind of a rough styling, very unique looking tree, which for me, that's pretty valuable. I don't find as much value in an oak tree that looks like a bonsai as I have an oak tree that looks like an oak tree. So for me, I think that's pretty cool. I think this would look pretty neat in a fairly large pot. So I foresee you getting some good workouts in when you're doing this thing.
Yeah. Hopefully we can lose some of the roots so it's not as heavy. But I appreciate your help, Echo.
Yeah, fun tree. I guess I'd call this the first styling for it. So one of the things I like to think about when working on trees, especially new work on deciduous trees, is that you can't expect it to be like a juniper that you can place everything exactly the way you want it in the first go. It's just such a slower game to make this sort of tree really look super neat. So tempering expectations and lots of patience. Okay. Y'all have a good one. This is Jared. This is Jason. You've been watching Bonsai Echo. We'll see you next time.
ooh.